All right, the new Tyler the Creator album, Chromacopia, full transparency. I've never been the biggest Tyler the Creator fan. He's had a couple of tracks that I've really enjoyed, but for the most part, not a big fan of his. Actually, I think I've been more of a fan of his online presence. I've always thought he was entertaining and he was funny and just unique and original, right? But never a fan of his music. And, when Igor came out, although there are some tracks on that I really love and really admire, for me, for me, I think that project is overrated. Go ahead and fight me, that's fine. I do think it's overrated. Now, I wasn't really looking forward for his follow up project, Call Me If You Get Lost, but when that project came out during the summer, I thought it was the perfect summer album. It was so much fun, widely entertaining, funny, hilarious, in your face, in the best possible way, and that was the most lovable Tyler the Creator album that I've listened to, and so with Chromacopia, because of how much I really loved Call Me If You Get Lost, I was really looking forward to this one. All right, of course, hesitant, but I will say I love this album. This is my personal favorite. Once again, my personal favorite, my opinion. It's his best album. It's his best album. I think it's his most mature album. It's his most personal album. It's his deepest album. It's his darkest album. It's so good. It's like a puzzle, man. It's like an onion. Like every listen that I've listened to, like I'm just pulling layers back because there's so much to grasp. There's so much that you're discovering, whether it be, in the songwriting, whether it be the whole theme of the whole album, or musically. There are a lot of like instrumentals here that maybe I didn't catch the first time around, but this time it's just like, wow. I love this project. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not a perfect album. There are a couple of moments, throughout that, whether it be, thematically, or maybe just some of the themes in the tracks that I wasn't too crazy about. And then musically as well. I admire him for, trying these experimental instrumentals, but some of them just didn't work for me. But for the most part, everything here is just great. I mean, I loved it, man. I loved it. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop listening to this project. And I'm now no way comparing myself as a songwriter to Tyler the Creator. Okay, I'm not doing that. But one of his tracks, which is getting a lot of flack, called Judge Judy. Look, I understand how some people might feel a little awkward about that project. And the reason being is because it's an overly sexual song, but it's also a song about cancer. Okay. But God, from a songwriting point of view, it is so beautifully written, and it's easily one of the most well written songs in this project. Although I would have left out the moaning at the end. I wasn't a fan of that. I don't think he should have added that. But yeah, there are a lot of tracks here that are, it's a wallet, man. There's a lot of personal things that you learn about Tyler the Creator, and even though there's a lot of deep issues going on here, and he's talking about these deep and personal things, there's still a lot of fun to be had. And the thing about Tyler the Creator is that he makes it easy to listen to in a way where you can understand it, but you're also still having a good time with it, and you're appreciating what he's doing musically, not just with the songwriting. And it's crazy to see him where he was, in the first few albums that he released, and I've just seen growth. It seems like he's just been here and growing and growing and growing. And I love this project, and I hope to see him. I hope to see him when he comes to Austin next year, because this is the first Tyler project where I will now call myself. I think I'm a fan of Tyler the Creator because I loved it so much, and I know that might be a little divisive right now. I've been seeing where people are like, "Oh, this one's really good, but not as good as some of his past projects." I think this is one of those where the more you listen to it, the more you're going to appreciate it. And maybe 3 years down the road, you're going to be like, man, that was a fantastic album. This is the album where Tyler, the creator, just went into another league. Because in my opinion, it is that good. It's that great. It's one of the best albums of the year. I would not be surprised if it was in my top 10. I would not be surprised at this point if it were in my top 5. That's how much I'm really loving this project. So, what are your thoughts? Please don't hate me too much because I said I'm not the biggest fan of Igor. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. And one of the complaints that before I forget, one of the complaints that people were having, like, oh, this is like pretty much leftovers of Igor, and Call Me If You Get Lost. And although there are some minor similarities, 10%, this is its own beast, man. I don't understand what the heck those people are talking about. This is its own beast. This feels like it's a darker and yet much brighter and just more aggressive and yet more laid back album. It's weird. He's doing a lot here. And I loved it. I'm feeling a light 9, maybe even a solid 9 out of 10 for Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia. Thank you so much.